Folks, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments. Welcome to December. The end. The last month of the 2024 bull market run of the year. And I want to give you guys an update, what you can expect on this channel. A little channel update here going to the end of the year. And of course, 2025 is going to be... Have you seen the Magic releases? Have you seen the Flesh and Blood announcement release? Have you seen the Pokemon sets? Did you see the Weiss healthy ladies? Have you seen the One Piece? So we're I want to give you guys a little update here. We'll start resuming the box opening videos here in the next probably next week or so. We're gonna send a new patron sheet for the patrons to sign up for a new list of box openings. We're gonna kind of pivot. We want to do a bunch of new of the box. There's been so many new box opening sets I haven't been able to do. I'm gonna do a couple more Pokemon openings, and obviously like some Foundation, some fun stuff. Maybe a Lord of the Rings opening. I don't know if anyone's willing to pay the prices. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on here. So I think as we leave the infamous Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Stepsister Tuesday thing, the biggest takeaway is obviously the massive demand of Pokemon, the massive sell-through rate of Magic boxes and cards, the lack of sell-through rate of Magic the Gathering Vintage. I know. And the massive sell-through rate of Flesh and Blood Majestic single cards on all Fab 2.0 sets, and the uptick in vintage Fab items, and it's been quite fascinating. Rudy, there's no collectors and investors in Flesh and Blood. So, been very, very dramatically interesting. Is that a fucking phrase? Dramatically interesting. Now, what can you all expect from me? So, the next 30 days of December, I've got a lot of fun things lined up. First in Magic, we've got some awesome little throwback Magic sales and different things coming up here. Don't want to spoil it in advance. We're going to leave those as a surprise. Pokemon, like a nice little Pokemon variety kit coming up here. For those of you who missed out on Scarlet Violet, I'm going to do like a nice variety with like Scarlet Violet, SVO 1, 2, 3, 4, like a whole variety thing for those of you who missed out. No, it's not going to be fire sold $80, $90 prices. You missed out on those days, kiddos. That's going to be a really fun little throwback there. Yes, we're going to do another Flesh and Blood. We did the Flesh and Blood Crucible first edition cases with a really cool storage box, an old Fine Center playmat, and of course a couple slab PCG cards. And I'll be honest with you all, I was hoping to sell maybe 20, maybe 30 if I was lucky. And whoa, that has been the shockwave heard round the Fab collector investor world. And that's been quite interesting. So, of course, this month, our Fab Throwback, celebrating our 5-year anniversary of Flesh and Blood, I have not decided if we're going to do a WTR or an ARC Unlimited, or if we're going to do like a Tails or Monarch type thing. I haven't decided yet. We're still working on that, but that's coming up. And, well, we have the One Piece OP07, the final little restock that I have. We're going to be having that this month. And yes, before we go any further, two things. If you're watching this video, depending on how quick you're watching this video, I'm getting ready to post the full schedule for this month for patrons. And we have, yes, Foundation play boxes are 116. They're shipped to your door, no hidden fees. And please, you guys are destroying the Magic sales and demand for me. We are struggling. We are slammed behind the scenes. Please be patient. Shipping is taking a few extra days longer. The system is just slammed. We are now approaching, and I believe with last week and this week, we are going to surpass the all-time high demand in the volume of Magic draft and play boxes sold in a 7 to 14 day period. I don't think we've ever moved over 1,000 play boxes or draft boxes in less than a week. I mean, the system is absolutely getting annihilated. So please, if you're a patron and everything, even if you're a patron but you don't like me because my hair is too good looking, and I know your wife, you watch my channel in bed and she looks at me. I see you over there, sweetheart. I know my hair does it for a lot of you, but please, just give me a few extra days. The system is slammed. We got truckloads of mail going out every day. We're doing the best we can. But yes, now with Foundation play boxes added to the 116 play box list, between that with Duskmorn, Bloomburrow, Even Karlov Manor, I cannot believe it. We're like running out of Karlov. I had to order Karlov Manor play boxes. And of course, Thunder Junction out of nowhere had a huge uptick in demand on that too. So the 116 play box has been very, very high demand. Yes, with a sale coming up also in the next week or two, we're going to have the new Jumpstart Foundation box. You guys have been blowing me up asking to do it. We're going to have that. We got some pallets coming for that. Also, you're about a couple days away. I'll tweet it out. The video will be coming out this week, letting you guys know I got about a good amount of you all asking you about the rumor. And yes, the rumor is true with our card grading with PCG. We are going to be having a special. Essentially, I'm not going to spoil the details, but for every 25 cards you grade, not only do you get your cards slabbed in return, but when you open that return package, you have beautiful graded cards, but you also get sealed product back. That is a new thing we are launching. I did a lot of kind of poking around, and when this idea I had the best feedback. So essentially, if you submit 25 cards in Magic, not only are you going to get your 25 Magic cards beautifully slabbed and laser engraved and everything's going to be done, but you're also going to get like a sealed play box back. We haven't picked out if it's going to be a draft to play. We haven't figured out if it's going to be foundations. Maybe we use something crazy like a Bloomborough, or a lot of the patrons saying, no, Rudy, do like an older set, like a Kamigawa or a Streets or like an Ixalan or Wild. So I'll get the code and get all that updated here in a video in the next day or so. Same thing with Pokemon. Calm down, Buttercup. Every 25 cards you do for standard grading, and yes, standard grading is like $19, $19.95 a card. If you grade 25 cards of Pokemon, not only do you get your Pokemon cards back, but you actually get a sealed booster box of like Scarlet Violet. So probably like SVO1. And if you do 50 cards, you get 2 booster boxes back. And if you do 25 cards times 6, well, you get a whole sealed case of Pokemon returned with your graded cards. So we have that coming up. Same thing with One Piece. We're going to send you sealed One Piece back. Same thing with Weiss. You get sealed booster boxes of Weiss. The details will be in the video, and we're going to outline it so you know what boxes you're getting back, and there's no surprises. So that's coming up in the next few days. We're just trying to catch up on the mail right now. It's gonna take us another 5 to 7 days just to get all the mail and the system set up, because the sheer volume of Magic product selling and the demand of you all blowing me up with Pokemon questions and private quotes for Pokemon cases, it's just been like, we all know at this point in time, the winner from the Scarlet Violet Black Friday sale is SVO2 Paldea, which is Paldea Evolved Mr. P. By far, it's like 300 to 500 boxes of SVO2 sold on TCG Player. It's at like almost $150 a box plus tax. So a lot of you all now are messaging me for cases of that and everything. My price is not really going to be much different. There's no secret Rudy discounts on out of print stuff and old stuff. But yes, I'm taking private quotes and I am selling privately. Okay, so that is what that framework looks like right now. Conclusion of the whole conversation, everything is doing incredibly well. You are going to see an increased quantity of videos on Flesh and Blood in the coming months also, because of what's going on and what I didn't expect to happen. And that is, when I ran a throwback vintage 5-year anniversary Flesh and Bloodstone Crucible, again, I didn't expect much of anything to happen. And for some reason, it pulled a lot of collectors and buyers and investors out. And we've been talking about it all week long, private text messages, group chats, the family. We've all been just like, we had no idea was going to happen. So now, this month, we'll have something a little cheaper and basic. Like I said, coming up, we haven't decided what's next. But yeah, we're going to continue that path. And what's interesting with the Flesh and Blood situation is with the massive sale and everything happening through the holidays, we saw a huge surge in people buying cases and boxes of all the sets. But it's nice to see that. But the real attention grabber was the single card sales. Like specifically Majestics and even Legendaries. And even some of the older sets. The Majestics and certain just playable chase cards. Really been... there are cards, you look at them and just go on TCG Player. Hit Rosetta. Hit Misty. Hit Heavy Rudy's hitting your balls. Okay? And filter the search results by single cards and just show Majestics. And click on the Majestics in these Flesh and Blood sets. And look at the selling volume. Holy shit. It's wild, folks. It's wild. Look at some of these single, so we're seeing a very interesting tilt happening. And I'm not sure what's specifically causing it, but there is a very distinctive tipping point that is occurring with the Flesh and Blood that occurred, that was validated when I ran a Crucible sale. And now, with the amount of you all asking me when's the next 5-year anniversary old throwback Flesh and Blood sale, some of the sets I don't have much of, folks. like a WTR Unlimited, to go back to that and do a nice sale for that with you guys. And I don't even have a whole pallet. I have like a third of a pallet, which is like, barely up to my knees, or like my third ball. Like, it's barely, there's not much, like, I don't have a ton of some of these sets, folks. So it's just been a very interesting thing. So we're going to report more on that stuff coming up here. I think that's about it. Overall, it's been a very, very surreal 2024, everybody. It's been a very unexpected situation, how we all entered this year. And it's been almost, we're on 12, today's December 1st, December 2nd. So hopefully you guys see this video on the 2nd or 3rd. You have to remember, this time a year ago was December of 2023. It was a very bleak situation. Like, the stock market was just coming off the bottoms of the bear market. Bitcoin and crypto was like a joke. The collectible world, Magic 30 in the collectible world was in rough shape. The overprinting and everything was just still wreaking havoc across the industry. And here we are, 11 and a half months later. And, almost a year ago, I was telling you guys about the market turning. And I was hoping for just a stable, good year. But I had no idea that 2024 would go down as a historical, one of the greatest bull markets for, Bitcoin, for Pokemon, for Magic, for even Flesh and Blood, for, One Piece, for the new card games that I'm not a fan of, Star Wars. It's really just been it just reinforces, no matter who you are, no matter how much information you have, we don't know what's going to come next. We cannot predict the timing of the markets, folks. And I think that's the key takeaway. So, conclusion of this video. Thanks for an amazing 2024, everybody. Hope that you guys stick with me in 2025. We have a lot of really exciting things coming in 2025 between Magic, Pokemon, I'm going to say it, Flesh and Blood, new cold foil Gem Keeper equipment, special things coming. We have special sales. There's projects I've been working on that I haven't disclosed to anybody. We got Sue Ellen. We're about 60% of the way through. One of the greatest reveals of art of Legends Reimagined we've ever done. You guys know we have the really giant Arabian Nights and Antiquity stuff. And for Legends, we're going balls deep, ladies and gentlemen. There's so many cards in Legends, we have to do literally 2 4-foot play mats of good versus evil and like attacking each other. It's fucking insane. We have projects and things in the works here that are just massive. The positions I've built for Pokemon and Magic to sustain and get you guys cheap Magic and everything has just been running red hot. Everything is just booming. And again, to end the video, I will do the best I can to keep the draft boxes for you guys at 91 shipped. I know Crimson Val, Infinity, again, right now in Wildsville, Drain, and Ixalan, I know these prices for like 91 shipped, especially on Wilds and Ixalan, are severely below market. And I know, because I can tell you guys are buying the shit out of it, I can't go a single day without 50 to 100 boxes of every set selling. I just want you all to know I'm going to try to keep it available as long as possible. But 2025, we are talking draft box. Folks, Wildsville Drain. Do you know when it came out? That's the end of 2023. Same thing with Ixalan. We're finishing 24. We're going into 2025, and I'm trying to still keep products from like 2023's bear market available and really below market for you guys to help out. And I'm just telling you, I'm doing the best I can. We will not make it through 2025 with draft boxes. They are falling off. Okay? Play boxes at the 116 for every play box, everything. The new Aether set, the Foundations, the Dustmorn, the Bloomburrows, the Thunder Junctions, even Carlo. Like, they're selling, you guys are loving it. And we're going to try to stay the course with that as of right now. I don't have any planned price increases or anything. Actually, there's been negotiation. I've been trying to actually see if I can negotiate a lower price. So far, I haven't had any luck, but hey, it doesn't hurt to try, right? But that's where, if you guys are just curious where the basic Magic stuff is right now, it's just a courtesy loss leader thing. There's no money in it, and it's just something I do as a way to keep you guys, wanting to come back to Creepy Rudy. That's really all there is to it. It's just a courtesy thing we do, and hey, if you believe it, buy into it and have fun. If you think it's a scam, well, don't fucking buy it. But overall, I just gotta thank everybody. It's been one of the most surreal years in the cardboard world that I've seen. I'm almost at a decade on YouTube, folks, and I've seen a lot of years. I've seen a lot of the social media. I've seen a lot of the end of the world mobs, the hate mobs, the cancel culture mobs. They're banning Mana Crypt, Jewel Lotus, Magic's dead. They're X-raying cards, Magic's dead. Beckett, CEO, is in jail, card grading's dead. Magic's dying again, overprinting. I've seen so many things. Magic 30, Amazon dumps, print to oblivion, failures of terrible card games and management that fucked all of us. We've seen a lot, right? And boy, I didn't see this year coming. And that's the thing about life. No matter how much data you analyze, there is no foolproof way to have guarantees and certainty in this world. Lord of the Rings is an example that a $250 box that you're laughed at becomes the white whale and the black swan of modern card history, becomes the greatest thing of all time for modern Magic. We have situations where things are just simply unpredictable. So, thank you all, everybody. Welcome to December. It's the end of a beautiful year. I hope everyone's having an amazing time. Spend it with good friends, good family that are important, that help better your life. Stay away from the negativity. Stay away from the drama pit holes. Don't get sucked in those loops, because while your brain is attracted to it, it doesn't actually help you learn and progress in your life. It just keeps you in like a constant state of agitation. I don't recommend it. Always learn, read, research, watch documentaries, watch videos that inform you on market conditions, tell you what's going on. And support local stores, support Rudy, buy on TCG Player, buy on eBay from all these different stores and people. As long as the ecosystem and the economy and the secondary market moves forward, we all move forward together. If you like cards, I consider you a friend. I don't give a shit if you're old, young, black, white, trans, gay, straight. Doesn't matter who you are. If you like cards, unless you're a hardcore game piece army. If you think cards should be 0, I don't like you. But other than that, it is a beautiful world. And believe it or not, most people do get along, no matter what the internet may say. Trust me. Living proof right here. 10 years on YouTube, almost as a decade. And most people are really good people. Don't lose sight of that. And don't let the one bad person, the one angry person, the one person who scams your store, scams your eBay account, scams your business. Your road speed bumps and roadblocks are going to happen. It's how you move forward in life. Thank you, everybody, for a beautiful 2024.